today that is still a fan favorite pick. It's just coming up all over the place. Yeah. It looks like Haxel and Jaru already opting to run that hero.
An absolute staple, and now we'll see as the players begin to roll out what the Los Angeles Gladiators are made of as they go up against the Vancouver Titans. Already LH Cloudy going to be charging into the fight, mitigating a lot of the damage of his shield, just trying to build up the Earth Shatter for now. Both teams looking for opportunities. Big Bionade comes out there from Twilight. Jaru forced to use the Ice Block to try and purge it off. A great boot. Jaru manages to save himself there. Not necessarily needing to use the Ice Wall in the process, but so far no casualties on either side, just rotations. Both teams trying to gain positioning.
Yeah, and with the main Reaper coming out from the Vancouver Titans, they want to go and fight. But for the Gladiators, they want to wait for Birdring to get picked. Nice aggressive play by Big Goose, though, to take out Twilight. That should be an opening.
Yeah, and his plays like that are going to absolutely crack open this point for them. However, Stitch is going to answer back with a kill of his own onto Cloudy. We'll see now if the Vancouver Titans can capitalize off the back of it. You can see now the aggressive maneuvers being made. Slime gets the kill onto Birdring as well. Shaz keeping his team up from afar. Good Biogram to the back line, but the Earth Shatter by Fisher connects onto two of them. Allows Stitch to really clean up the members of the LA Gladiators. And that is going to be the point held on for the Titans.
And I like this switch from Birdring, immediately going over to the McCree, because the Vancouver Titans, with their main Reaper composition, were able to dominate the point. They got on there, they made sure that the Gladiators couldn't come and fight them in a 6-on-6, and Birdring was denied any opportunity to get picks. Janu all over him.
But you can see the Ice Wall now is going to be segregating off the LA Gladiators. Huge Bionade from Twilight again, and Fisher cleans up with 3 kills. The Blizzard, just the icing on the cake, really, isn't it? And that is going to be another one team fight there for the Vancouver Titans.
Yeah, they have double support ults going to this next fight, and in these small choke points, Fisher is going to be able to do so much damage. He's already up to 60% of another Earth Shatter. This guy is so phenomenally talented. If the Vancouver Titans can put him in position to succeed, he will deliver.
We'll see now. Twilight has the Nano Boost available to him. We'll see who does the recipient. Ends up using it now onto Stitch. Stitch unloading the damage. Cloudy's ultimate doesn't get any value, and look at that. The Death Blossom absolutely shreds the Gladiators. 80% and counting. The Titans are still in control.
They were forced to use their sound barrier in the middle of that, so the Los Angeles Gladiators have a little bit of an opportunity, but with only 10 seconds left to touch the point, the Vancouver Titans know exactly where they're coming from, and the Gladiators are going to be hard-pressed to be able to get in here. Only 5 seconds to touch. Space
coming up on the flank here. He's going to try and touch the point. In the meantime, Fisher going aggressive. The Earth Shatter lays down, and nobody can touch the point. It's going to be 1-0 so far on this round in Nepal. For the Vancouver Titans, a dominant showing.
It really was. I think the Birdring swap onto the Widowmaker at the beginning may have been a bit of a strategical misplay, and they might adjust accordingly when you have a disadvantage, because all of the choke points are just perfectly sized for the old big rectangle man of Reinhardt.
Yeah. I'm seeing a couple of preemptive picks so far from the Gladiators. Vancouver Titans, we'll see if they also want to be running with very interesting damage dealer, Symmetra. Possibly on the field. We've seen a lot of it in New York.
That's true. A lot of the time, though, teams will just use it to get a bit more advantage and speed out of the gates, but Symmetra is also pretty powerful on a bunch of
they're going to
these
switch, yeah. So, I'm going to be seeing it for now. It's going to be the May Reaper. Seen as a bit of a classic, but Shaz going to be sticking onto the Moira here. A bit of a risky pick, especially when Janu's on the Diva. Could be getting his orbs eaten up, but we'll see now. The teams are going to start to clash onto the point. Already, Haxel being pressured a lot, has to use the Ice Wall defensively, pushes himself back. The aggression by Gladiators, straight into them. Charges, though, going to be almost immediately, and Fisher's going to be brought down. Great opening pick there for the Gladiators. See if they can capitalize any more off of it. The Titans forced to just poke and prod from afar.
I mean, that's a 6-man Bionade, but there's nobody going to be able to follow up. The kill onto Fisher just allowed the Gladiators to play the point, and if they can maybe manage to get another pick here, they'll start accruing capture time and be in a great position.
And this is the position that the Gladiators wanted to be in because they have that coalescence. And now they're going to unleash it, keeping the team up, absolutely chunking down the Vancouver Titans. Another counter charge comes out from the Reinhardt players, and a great slip down from Twilight is going to take Shaz out of the flight temporarily. Jaru falls, though, and this is a huge opening now for the Titans, and they're going to clean up off the back of it.
Oh, that was such a good sleep dart by Twilight to cancel Shaz's coalescence, but also to deny any healing that he was able to do. The Los Angeles Gladiators were essentially down their main support. He might as well have killed him, because while Shaz was lying on the floor, the rest of the Gladiators fell. well. Insane play from Twilight. That's what we expect from this guy. He's such a good Ana player.
Yeah, his Ana, phenomenal across the board. You can see in the previous tweets that we listed as well, you know, he looks up to Ryu Jae-hong as his idol.
Another incredible Ana player.
Absolutely. But now we'll see if the Titans are able to hold this. They have a ton of ultimates to work with, but so do the Gladiators. See what they choose to use. The Death Blossom used preemptively. Soundbarrier used by the Gladiators as well. Vancouver Titans with a slightly better one. As we see the Blizzards coming out. Fisher gets the charge onto Cloudy, and those 2 kills should set them up for the win here. The Titans are easily going to be able to clean this one up. Space just wants to try and not stagger there. He's going to jump off the map just so he can respawn with the rest of his team.
Yeah, the Blizzard coming out from Haxel was the big game changer there. Jaru was only at about 90%, and as they all came in, they have to kite the Blizzard, otherwise they get trapped in it, and the Vancouver Titans are able to take advantage. But now that advantage flips over to Jaru. He has the Blizzard available, so if they can get to the point and force the fight to happen down there, this Blizzard should be able to get big value.
Well, all eyes on Janu right now to see if he can eat up this Blizzard from Jaru. It's going to be one of the win conditions. Cloudy looking for an opportunity, searching for the Earth Shatter, comes down, lays it down. Stitch cancelled out of the Death Blossom, and that's exactly what the Gladiators wanted. The Blizzard gets maximum value. Shaz using the Coalescence just to win and close out the fight. The Gladiators are going to be able to recap this point. What I believe is the second time in the series, I should say.
Yeah, the first retake though, and that's crucial. Because the Gladiators, it's all well and good winning the first fight when everything is equal, but being able to retake against an opponent that's as strong as the Titans bodes very well for them moving forwards in this map. Now, a slightly easier part. They have to hold on.
Fisher caught out of position though. The wall is being destroyed. You can see another defensive ice wall being used. The self-destruct's going to be traded up and over, but it's the Gladiators who have come out on top. Cloudy, along with Birdring, pounding in the damage of the Hellfire shotguns. And immediately Titans, they have to disengage from this. It's a lost fight.
That's the value of Space's Diva Bomb there. It just threads its way past the ice wall and forces the Vancouver Titans to either commit or retreat. Their team split, and they ended up dying as a result.
This is something that Space was famous for on the Valiant, I should say, was getting Space and maximum value out of his self-destructs. Nice little Bionade there from Twilight. It's going to force Birdring back. Has a Death Blossom to work with as well. Now we'll see, we're getting into final fight territory so far. Soundbarrier connects onto everyone but Birdring. Earth Shatter laid down, doesn't connect. Flips the point though, and the Vancouver Titans get a better Soundbarrier. Now we see the Blizzard being used by the Vancouver Titans. Doesn't quite catch as many players as they were hoping for. Stitch just trying to find a pick or two. Twilight with another huge Bionade in the backline, but it's Jaru comes up on top with the opening pick, and that has absolutely cracked this one open for them. Stitch tries desperately to try and get something out of the Death Blossom, but the Gladiators are going to be coming out on top in this team fight.
It was an unbelievable Death Blossom coming out from Birdring, actually, that just shredded everyone. He found the perfect flank angle when it all looked lost, and the Vancouver Titans crumble when it looked like they were going to wrap up this round of this map so easily. Now their backs are the ones up against the wall with no ults available.
Well, here we have it. Fisher after switching over to the Wrecking Ball just to touch the point. The Blizzard is going to be zoning them all out. Everyone getting frozen on the point. They can't even touch the point for that matter. Jaru finds the kill onto Stitch. That might be exactly what they need to seal this round. Put it in their back pocket and keep this map going. Fisher falls as well. A last Stitch Earth Shatter by Cloudy will do enough. It mitigates it, and that's going to clean up the majority of the Vancouver Titans, making it 1-1 in this opening map.
And we have definitely got a game now. The Vancouver Titans look dominant on that first round, but not so on the second. A really clutch Death Blossom coming out from Birdring, and Space, he looks like he's sweating, but it's all right. Things are even. You don't have to look.
Seems like he has that in the Gladiators, and now they are already out onto the point. Again, running the May Reaper, but this time Space is going to be flexing over to the Orisa. Double shields, a lot of damage mitigation, a very powerful combo if you manage to take the point early. Shaz's Immortality Field is going to get taken down, but Cloudy with a crucial pin onto Haxel. And that is going to do it realistically for them. LH Cloudy, look at him just swinging ahead with his hammer. He's already built up the Earth Shadow for the next fight. And now this is a dangerous situation for the Titans, because with the composition that the Gladiators are running, you don't want to let them get up a nice stronghold onto the point.
No, it's so difficult to break Ryan Orisa, and that's not so much because of the shield coming out from the Orisa, but it's more what the Orisa can do in the middle of fights. Be able to put down that shield to block the freeze, to isolate people. And
Whoa!
it's aggressive!
Cloudy! My word! Lays down the air shatter. And oh my word, you don't need to say anything more than that. That seals the deal. The team fight's over. The Titans realize that, and they get sent straight to the back of the respawn queue.
And the Vancouver Titans have got to scout a little bit more than that. That was way too easy for Cloudy to pull off. He was just stood there waiting the entire time. They knew the Titans were coming from there. And the Titans, they don't have a comp that wants to brawl that much. If they brawl, the Gladiators have got the better composition.
We'll see now if Twilight can get value out of his coalescence. Ends up using it now. Along with the amplification matrix here, the Earth Shatter comes out from Fisher, doesn't connect. Stitch, though, is getting value from his Death Blossom. That's going to force out the Sound Barrier and the Immortality Field now from the Gladiators. Still a winnable fight for either side. Now Stitch seeing if he can get the opening kill here onto Jarrow, just laying in the damage into the side, but the Gladiators are the ones who are coming out on top. Ultima's being used just to try and really secure this team fight. End up using the drums from space and the Blizzard, but they are still in control of the point, and that's the most important fact.
It really is, because this Gladiators team, where they're running the Reinhardt and the Orisa, it's so good at staying in control. You want to invest those ultimates just to stay in control. Vancouver Titans, though, they've got this Blizzard available. So if they can bait the Gladiators into an enclosed area, the Blizzard can get max value. That's their win condition. They need to win this fight.
We'll see if they can do it. Taking the high ground positioning right now. Cloudy knocking a player or two off the high ground. Birdering just trying to set himself up for a position, maybe a teleport into the back line. And here we have it. Orchestrated straight into the back. The Death Blossom, he sets it up. Cloudy, though, manages to secure the 3K, and that is going to do it. At least in the textbook, that many players fall for the Vancouver Titans. The Gladiators have almost all but secured it, and that is going to mean that map 1 is going to be going to the Los Angeles Gladiators.
Huge performance from the Gladiators, honestly. We really saw the strength of that team when it came to the third round. When they were able to flex space onto the Orisa, that's not something that I think we'll see a lot of off-tanks doing. You know, teams will often rotate in 2 of their main tanks to play that kind of comp. But here, the Gladiators just know that their team is able to do it.
Well, a phenomenal first map, but we've got more Overwatch coming up after the break.